is there a challenge with losing DJ, at least for the short term?
I don't think a challenge. I think there's guys are probably excited. If you ask them, they'll probably tell you they're excited. The defensive tackles, because they got, that's one less guy they got to compete with. So, thank goodness we got some numbers there, and we got some quality players and guys that we know without question we have won with, and we're capable of winning with. So, is there a heightened sense of urgency with those guys? Probably. Probably so. Everybody kind of moves up one spot, so they're getting closer to the front of that line.
Who do you roll out inside then?
We're working through that right now, and because we want to get everybody to feel like they got a real chance to be a starter, and so between Carlos and Scott and Christian and Rod and Albert and I think is that everybody? Jabril. Okay, those guys. So
when you have a true freshman who you weren't necessarily expecting to start or contribute that much right away, how do you treat it if they have a rough day or a rough game? I mean, can you get on them as much as you could have?
I think it's the individual. A mature guy that's that's an intense guy, focused guy. Probably you can get on him all you want. He's gonna be like this, and that guy that you got to treat with kid gloves. God help us all. If he ends up being the starter, whoever he is, that's a scary thought if he can't handle, the tough coaching and the intensity of it. But I do believe you got to kind of treat them how, based on, their makeup.
Do you have a mix of some who can handle it, some who can't?
Oh, through the years, starters, usually not, but everybody's a little bit different. It's like dealing with your own children. You got the one boy that you can get after, and the other one that you got to appeal to his voice of reason, and the little girls that one's not going to forget anything bad you ever say, and then the other one, no matter what you do, you can do no wrong. So players are the same way. They're no different.
Where does Wilkins fall?
Where does he fall?
Yeah, in that range.
I hope he don't fall very far. I'm hoping he's climbing up that depth chart. No, he'll be there. He'll be playing.
But is he the kind of guy that can take the
sure? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Christian is mature beyond his years, so he'll be just fine. Yep.
How's Kendall Joseph's shoulder doing?
His shoulder and knee, or both.
Either.
Yeah. No, he's good. He was out there running around today. We didn't have him tackle anybody, but he moved well today. So I think he'll be full speed here tomorrow.
Explain about any of those young guys now that you're going to have to play a bunch of them going into week one. Are you worried about any early game jitters? Is there anything you could do to prepare them mentally before game time?
No, I don't really. I don't worry a whole lot. I'm focused and trying to help them be successful, put them in position to be successful, understanding, really trying to stress them now, find out what they can and can't execute, maybe some areas that are problem areas, and just trying to find ways to help them transition. We've got them littered throughout our 2 deep. That's well documented, and again, the way they improve and get better is through experience, and along with that comes with some failure along the way. So, that's just part of their growth, and hopefully, it's when they have those moments, it's not so bad that we're putting the game in doubt, playing bad defense overall. So,
how close are Carter and Baker from pushing?
Good. We feel very comfortable with both of those guys right now. They've had a really good, both Ryan and Adrian have both had excellent camp. They've been very consistent, and that's what you love. And it's one thing to show flashes, but it's another to be consistent, something that you can count on, you can trust, that what they're going to do. So they're both another year more mature, understand the urgency that it takes, the focus and the detail, precision, all those things. So they're right there. We feel very good about them. If they're in there.
The turnover from last season to this season, both off season and what's happened this year, preparing for Wofford first game, what's that like for the guys?
I don't know. I don't ever look at, well, this guy's experienced and this guy's not. because I've seen the experienced guy not do what he's supposed to do too, you know. So it's just being, again, detail oriented and accountable and consistent and understanding their responsibilities and then having the discipline to do it. So I just look at, I think that the big scheme, the players understanding, playing with great effort, and being precise in the little things is what you really focus on. You don't, because we expect to stop everybody all the time, you know, and on every play. That's our expectation, and so when we don't, we think it's usually something that we do, and that's to take nothing away from our opponents, but that's kind of our mindset, and not kind of, it is, that's our mindset. So regardless of who's in there, if he's in there, we believe he's capable of doing it right, unless we're up on somebody big, you know, and then everybody gets to play. And so when the game's on the line, you know, it's the expectation doesn't change.
Brent, what's your sort of big picture progress report on Huggins just the last?
He's been, I would say in the last week, you've seen some real noticeable improvement. Getting a little bit more comfortable, playing a little bit faster, making a few more plays. And so that's been very encouraging. Albert's going to do just fine. Albert's going to be a good player.